Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, it's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review of the show from February 16th, 2021. This was the fallout of Impact's No Surrender 2021, what pertains to things that happened on the show. Not all of it transpired to on this show very to be exact, but um, let's just get into it, and you'll find out when we get to it. Everything happened here. First of all, um, Josh Matthews, I gotta keep bringing this up every time. Um, well, speaking of Josh Matthews too, by the way, there's something that Impact Wrestling is doing new now. It's before the show starts coming on. I saw it on Twitch TV, but I don't remember if actually I don't remember at all because I didn't watch it on TV. But on Twitch TV, something about um before the Impact. I think they're calling it BTI. It's a show that features Gia Miller, Josh Matthews, and this I forgot the black guy's name, but I remember I'm assuming he was the same guy. Where it pertains to the whole thing the whole anniversary thing where he's on playing the news anchor about releases that was made, and then basically pertains to what's gonna happen at Summerversary. Basically the Bobby Lashley lookalike. Um, that's basically what I thought of at first when I first saw him. But I don't remember if that's the same guy or not. But yeah, but they're doing that now. And as soon as I saw, basically as soon as I saw Josh Matthews on there, yeah, he's in a suit and everything. He's wearing a tie and all that. But as soon as I saw him on there, because at first it was on mute, obviously. When I went into there and everything, Jim Miller looks great by the way. But as soon as I saw that Josh Matthews on there, I lost interest. Don't want to see him. Don't want to hear him. So it was unfortunate because I like seeing Gia Miller. I like to hear Gia Miller. I just don't want to see Josh Matthews, or I want let alone hear Josh Matthews. But it's whatever. That's basically the new thing they do now. They actually started. Well, as I was recording, they started last week. This is a new week by the way. So, and also I apologize for the delay for this review. Same thing pertains to AEW once I get to that part. Um, but yeah, so that's it for Melissa Santos, obviously. That's one thing I can think of. Now, it pertains to what's going on during the commercials on Twitch TV for Impact Wrestling shows on in the basis. They're doing the same old thing, showing the same old matches, same old moments, same old promos, every week. And I see myself, oh my god, like this is getting so tiresome. What pertains to us watching on Twitch TV, it's getting tiresome, is getting annoying. I'm sick and tired of seeing these matches over and over again, these moments over and over again, and these promos over and over again, and everything else that they all show there over and over and over again. It's like they don't want to show anything new. Yeah. Or it's a better idea. If Mr. Santos can't do it, how about get the other guy who works for Impact Wrestling to do the job too? The one who sounds like Strong's View Entertainment, except that guy is more entertainment than Strong's View. Fuck Strong's View Entertainment. Um, I've got the game. I don't remember the guy's name either, but I rather watch him. To do all this stuff. To give us feedback of what's going on in Impact Wrestling, and give also read the chat and everything on Twitch TV. Then to watch reruns of matches, moments and promos represents to showing and promoting Impact Plus. Anyways, I got to go with this, folks. Always. Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown on commentary in Jacksonville. Nashville, Tennessee. Excuse me. Jacksonville, Florida is in the AEW. The opening match. Let's get to the opening match. The opening match. This was announced beforehand. Before this match was announced. I'm going to say. Um, it was announced like someone from the weekend. Either it was on the weekend or it was after the weekend where this match was going to be announced. Not Josh Matthews, Josh Alexander, excuse me. I'll get now. I need to calm down now because I'm losing my mind. A little ticked off, and I need to calm down. Just need to calm down. I want to rant about some other things on the show here. Besides Josh Matthews, even though I would love to do that because I love to bury him. So, anyways, but yes, walking weapon, Alexander, who won the triple threat revolver to get opportunity for the X Division Championship title, and I knew beforehand, this was going to be a match for going up against TJP for the X Division Championship title. I didn't think it was going to be the one to open the show. This ends up being the current jerker of the show, and I see myself, why? Why couldn't this just be the main event? And then we find out what was the main event when we get to that part. I don't agree with that being the main event, especially who was in the main event. But I'll tell when I get to it, and I'll talk a little more about it as well. But it was the X Division champion TJP defending against Josh Alexander. Great match, a great opener with TJP winning. Yeah, so Josh Alexander winning that triple threat or revolver. Yo, that was worth it, right? TJP won with the Mamba Splash. Excuse me. Let me see Jill Miller. She's talking to Time Dreamer. Time Dreamer, he was working out Impact Management. He basically notes that the Impact World Champion Respawn's not there as a result of what happened to the whole thing. I had no surrender to say from Moose. And I think I may have mentioned something about Moose doing that to Time Dreamer. I may have been confused, and thought it was to Time Dreamer that he was doing it to. It was actually to Rich Swann in the ring with the steel chair thing and all, talking to the knee and all that. So I remember mentioning that something about the whole thing where I thought it was Time Dreamer. So if I did say that mistakenly from that, so just to no surrenders results of that Impact Wrestling review, I apologize for that. Didn't realize it until we got to the show here. That's just in case if I did may have mentioned Tom Dreamer's name instead of mentioning Rich Swann's name on the one who got badly beaten after the match from that No Surrenders main event, which again, not great match, not a good one. It was just one of the worst matches I've ever seen. But he was better than Triple H and Undertaker from can't remember what year that was, but Rotiston on wrestling in Australia. Super Showdown, by the way. Anyways, but Tom Dreamer, he says, but he's there, and he's going to seek for revenge. And you know what this means? Where which is Tom Dreamer's got seek revenge for this one, and he's got to cut that promo, his passionate promo, and he ends it by saying it's going to be old school rules, basically no qualifications. But I say to myself, oh my god, this is Tom Dreamer's thing. He's got turned into old school rules every time when something like this happens. When he gets beaten up and he wants revenge, old school rules. When someone of his friends gets beat up, he comes for the save. Sometimes it works out well, but sometimes it doesn't work out well. And then in the end, he just go for old school rules. Doesn't matter if it's a tag team or whatever. Like that's the answer to everything. Old school rules. That's whatever. Well, and that ends up being the main event, by the way. Moose versus Tom Dreamer, main event. Old school rules. I'll get to that when I get to it, but wasn't a fan of that. If anything could have been the main event, it should have been the X Division Championship title match between Josh Alexander and TJP. The fact that wasn't, it was very disappointing. The match itself wasn't disappointing either way. But I'll get to when I get to it. We're changing the whole thing, and I'll just leave you a little cliffhanger of what I thought was disappointing, based on how that ended. But then we get to Brian Myers. He lives up to his end of the deal, paying Hernandez And basically what pertains to the match from those Surrender, excuse me, between Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona that they won the match, by the way. And Hernandez says, yeah, uh he's looking for more cash. And then basically Matt Cardona says, well, um so I can't remember if you give him money already or since to have it, make sure you finish the job against Matt Cardona or whatever. And as Brian Myers leaves, wanted to say, Hernandez counting the money. He's loving it. Falaba confronts him, and Hernandez says, "No, we're not going to do this again." And then Falaba said, "No, I'm not going to steal money. I see, because I want to help you out with something because I'm an investor." Falaba now all of a sudden he's an investor, and I'm like, an investor of what? So basically, he's trying to talk to Hernandez about give him about what 20% of that cash, whatever, and he'll turn that cash into like 30%, whatever. I can't remember that's how he said it, but Hernandez says, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you 10% of the cash, and turn to 20, then we'll talk." So Falaba got what he wanted basically, and we'll get to what he did with that money later. So Falaba, an investor, not asking everything. William Mack versus Davari versus Suicide versus Trey Miguel. Match didn't last that long. It was decent for what it was. In the end, it was Trey Miguel winning, and no what to say about that. Yeah, good for Trey Miguel though. He's got to start back again from square one because unfortunately he didn't get the job done from no surrender. Even though he didn't lose the match, but he still didn't win either. But he did a great job. From lasting from the first entry into the match to the very end, where unfortunately he didn't get the win, but still didn't lose the match either. But now he's back doing this this whole thing, and he's back to square one, and we'll see where it goes from there. So he did get the win. He won with the meteor, by the way. It was the diving meteor onto suicide. After the match, Sami Callihan confronts him backstage, basically away from the walk through the curtains, and Sami Callihan reminds Trey Miguel that he didn't win the triple threat revolver at no surrender, but was able to score the victory on that night, and it says that and it's all because he doesn't have any passion, and then that was it. Nothing came from after that, and nothing happened later on after that. And I see myself, what was the point of this? I thought it would lead to something else, but it didn't. It was just nothing but words, and that was it. Trimigo didn't see annoyed of it. He just looked like he smirked or whatever, and then walked on. I don't know. It was, I just don't know. Ace Austin, he goes into the office of Scott Demoy, and TJP was in there too, by the way. And basically, Ace Austin says that he should be the number contender. He won the Super S Cup from Genesis, and he wants his shot. He's a deserving number contender. So Scott Moore says he agrees with him. However, he's gonna do a 6-man tag team match on the next Impact Wrestling show, and he says if your team win that match, then your team will be in a will be in a triple threat match against each other basically, and whoever wins that match will become number contender for the X Division Championship. Now, when is that gonna lead to? When we get to that match eventually, maybe at Rebellion, maybe I don't know. We'll see. Unless they want to do it on Impact Wrestling Television, I don't know. I just don't know yet. But hey, that's good. That's good though. They're setting this whole thing up and everything. Now, it pertains to the match that was announced by Scott Demoy. I don't know if it's gonna be on the same week, on the show. We're to the 6-man tag team match, and then maybe they'll do it later on in the main event. Maybe I don't know, or maybe they'll just do the one match on the 1 6-man tag team match, and then save the triple threat match from next week. You know, that's the real number contention match. This is just a qualifying to be number contention match. So, I think it's a nice way to set up too, by the way. So yeah, that's all. That's it for now. Then we get to Hernandez being accompanied by Brian Myers going up against Matt Cardona, who's always ready. And once I saw this match, I said to myself, "Yep, Matt Cardona's going to lose to Hernandez." Match itself was decent. But Matt Cardona won the match, which is surprising. I thought he was going to lose here, and the reason why he won is because he hit the real silence onto Hernandez, and like, okay, I know that's his finishing move, you know. So I'm thinking to myself, it's got to be over then, and I'm like, wow, it's over. Matt Cardona got the win over Hernandez, so basically Hernandez didn't get the job done, which means Brian Myers won, some of that money back from Hernandez, you know. So then after the match was over, Brian Myers helps out Hernandez out there, whatever. So then Matt Cardona's being interviewed by Gia Miller, and basically the former best friends are basically Matt Cardona said something that caught Brian Myers' attention, and then Brian Myers got in the ring. Brian Myers doing the eye patch, whatever. Stupid. And basically former best friends are arguing differences and all that. Brian Myers says that Impact Wrestling um is his, whatever, and also also Hernandez. Well, actually, no, Impact Wrestling is his. I meant to say. And then Matt Cardona like saying to to Brian Myers, like, bro, what happened to you, man? Why are you acting like this? For all the years I know you, never did blah blah blah. And Brian Myers looked like he was getting ready to to make amends with Matt Cardona. Also, Hernandez attacks Matt Cardona from behind. Brian Myers was hesitating to either help him, I don't know, I don't know what he was thinking, And also, Eddie Edwards comes out, so basically now we will know. Now we can't know. Now we'll never know if Brian Myers was going to do something to help out Matt Cardona, his best friend, or if he's going to help out Hernandez to beat him up and everything. Well, I don't know, because Eddie Edwards comes out and ruins everything. To me, he ruins everything. So Hernandez got kicked out of the ring. Matt Cardona hits Brian Myers because here's the thing. Brian Myers was going to Matt Cardona. I don't know if he's going to beat him up or he's going to help him up, but Matt Cardona wasn't taking any chances, so Matt Cardona decided to swing at Brian Myers, and Brian Myers got upset and left. Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona started, being friendly in the ring and all that, and that was it. So yeah, Brian Myers do a heel. I believe it's going to lead to something down the road. I don't know when they're going to do it. Maybe they'll eventually will have Brian Myers and Matt Cardona be a tag team, and and forget all this thing ever happened. But all these two hate each other. But I'm interested to see what this program's going to lead to with Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. Where eventually I think it's going to lead to rebellion. I think it will. But we'll see. So yeah, that's all I got to say from there. Excuse me. AEW owner Tony Khan and AEW commentator Tony Schiavone, they return for another paid advertisement about AEW Dynamite. So I can't remember what was said here from from Tony Khan. I can't remember. I really can't remember, folks. Whatever. But just a reminder on what they did here. And Tony Khan was probably trying to be a heel theme with this whole thing being cringy and all that again, which is getting old. Havoc is asking Nevaeh why she you know why she's acting like the way she's been acting after No Surrender. She hasn't heard from her for days. And basically Nevaeh said she's disappointed that she kept losing for for them, and she's like maybe it's best we go separate ways. And I say to myself, no, you don't need to break these two up because you need a knockouts tag team division. The last thing you want to do is to break up a tag team of the knockouts tag team division when you have a short tag team division of the knockouts. but you don't have that much knockouts in your company. So unless you want to bring in someone into to not to Impact Wrestling to be a knockouts, that'll be different. That'll be a different story to see where they go for this one whole thing. But having Nevaeh, but the fact that they don't have enough women's knockouts, I should say, in Impact Wrestling, there's no need to do that. So we had Tina Dasher coming out of nowhere, tells Harry that she will make a better partner, and Nevaeh doesn't take her comment lightly. So Nevaeh wants to challenge Tina Dashwood, and we'll get to that later. So because next we get to the Impact Wrestling debuts of David Finlay Jr. and Juice Robinson, FinJuice from New Japan Pro Wrestling. They won against Scum, which is Adam Dorsal and Lester the Legend. Haven't heard those guys for a while, but they're back now. So basically, they were called back just to be jobbers for the FinJuice, and that's exactly what it was. As far as the match was, it was decent at best. In the end, yeah, like I said, FinJuice won. The Venture's Power and Glory finishing move, the superplex flying splash combination. So yeah, FinJuice wins the match. After the match, all of a sudden, the Goobers comes out. The Impact World Tag Team Champions confronts FinJuice, not in the ring though, but basically come out, to just let these young boys, because for those who don't know, FinJuice, Juice Robinson and David Finlay Jr. when they first started New Japan Pro Wrestling, they were young boys. Pertains to being trainees. Trainer, for trainees before they start becoming later on pros. And look at that right now. When it comes to Juice Robinson and David Finlay Jr., they look differently now, and they look at their superstars. So basically, the Good Birds, Machine Gun Carl Anderson and the Big LG Knockouts were making fun of them, because these guys used to carry the bags, And now FinJuice replies by saying, basically on the microphone said that they're not young boys anymore, and basically told an embarrassing story about Carl Anderson that really upset Carl Anderson, and that was basically it. Nothing to say about that. I am interested to see how this match is going to turn out to be too, folks. Now I would prefer this being New Japan Pro Wrestling because when it pertains to Impact Wrestling, not have any problem with Impact Wrestling. Even though there are things I have problem with Impact Wrestling, but when it pertains to matches and basically how they book the characters, that's a big problem. Especially how the Good Brothers are being portrayed right now as as their characters. I am not used to seeing the Good Brothers being commonly jokes. And I think the damage has been done because of the time in WWE as well. With them being away from WWE, you think they'll go back to being go back to their old roots of what they were once were in Japan Pro Wrestling when they were Bullet Club. Nope, they're still doing the same old things that think that we're going to laugh at it and think it's funny, and especially what they're doing on BTE, where I find none of this shit funny. It's a shame that what the Good Brothers has become. They are a former shell of what they used to be. Roy Raju blames Lucina for losing the X-Division title against TJP from the surrender. Yeah. So Lucina pushes Rohit because Rohit was pushing it, and then James Storm and Chris Sabin was there. Basically, Rohit got shoved into James Storm, and basically James Storm, hey, we could apologize, but by buying each other's beer, where was not that right? And Rohit refused to do it, and James Storm cracks him open with a beer bottle. And then Mommy Cena and James Storm look eye to eye and everything. And they look about to have a fight and all that. But then Chris Sabin got in the middle of it and say, hey, we're taking it somewhere else, wherever it's not that, right? Basically, we got a little mini reunion between Muhammad Lucina and James Storm, because for those who don't remember, during the days of TNA, James Storm led this faction called Revolution, and Muhammad Lucina was a part of it. Yeah, except he had short hair at the time and no beard. He was basically a young guy. He's still young though, but instead of being called Muhammad Lucina, well he was called. Let me rephrase this time. Muhammad Shira. When he first started it, he was Muhammad Shira, and also when he started becoming a member of Revolution, because TJP, who was at the time called Manic, who was also part of Revolution as well, and also the Great Sonata, was by the way a knockoff of the Great Buddha. The way they did it. No wonder why Sonata left Impact Wrestling. But anyways, but James Storm was leader of that faction, and then they brought in Muhammad's Sira into it, and then he became James Storm gave him a different name, named Koya. So yes, yeah, a little mini history there about the whole thing. So a little mini reunion there, between James Storm and Muhammad Sira. Okay, not gonna go back to being calling Muhammad Cena, because he is like a John Cena. He's the Indian John Cena. So except he's got long hair and a beard, and tattoos, and you get my point. Anyways, so then we get to Johnny Swinger, who's interrupting everything. This whole thing of James Storm and Chris Sabin being invited in the Swingers Palace. Also we see Falaba, he comes here with $10, whatever, that Hernandez give to him, and I think he may have lost it. I can't remember how it happened. Oh yeah, I remember now. How it happened. After James Storm and Chris Sabin, the whole thing with Rohit Raju and Mohamed Cena. That's when John Stringer came in there, into the bar, and invited James Storm and Chris Sabin to the Stringer's Palace. And John Stringer stole money from the counter that was supposed to be for the bartender that James Storm paid for the beers for himself and Chris Sabin. And I said to myself, what the hell? Like, and she allows him to go to get away with it. Like, what the hell? Like, he stole money from you. Go out, call the cops or something. Where's the bouncer? None of that. So I thought that was a little stupid. I don't know how else to put it. I thought that was stupid. So we're back into this whole thing with Stringer's Palace. You see Alicia Edwards there. I don't know why. She's got to continue to dumb down herself and still be part of that. Johnny Bravo there, I can understand, because he's a loser. But Alicia Edwards, there should be no reason, no excuse or no reason why she should be involved with this whole thing. It makes no sense. He supposed to be an investor, so why is he doing this whole thing with whatever. But yeah, but Falaba lost the money, so much for him being an investor. So Tina Dashwood being accompanied by Kid for K versus Nevaeh. Nevaeh came out on her own by herself. Match itself was solid for at best, and Tina Dashwood won with a spotlight kick. So nothing to say about that. Decent. I mean, I saw. I meant to say solid match. So after the match, we see Violent by Design, who put Jake something. I was gonna say Jacob. Through a table at no surrender. Diener vows to finish the family business when he faces Jake something in a tables match on the next Impact Wrestling show. So there you go. So we get another Diener versus Jake something match. This time it's gonna be a tables match, and I'm pretty sure Divine by Design, Eric Young and Joe Doring is going to interfere. So, and no one's gonna help Jake something. Yeah, and it could be Heath by the way, because he's gonna be having surgery. Um, I don't know when he's gonna have the surgery. I think it's already been done. I gotta I gotta look it up to see if it is if it's factual. But he's gonna be missing out a couple more. I think a couple more months from wrestling because of his injury. So and it sucks too, because he and Rhino are supposed to be granted the tag titles since Rhino won the what's it called again, the Brown for Gold Cup, whatever gauntlet match they did. The Clay Shot, yeah, the Clay Shot trophy. That's what I meant to say. The Clay Shot Battle Royal. When he won the trophy, which it was supposed to be for Heath, but Heath got hurt during that match, which had to give it to Rhino. Basically calling the audible. But now Rhino's gone too. So, but Rhino, he's not really hurt. He's just kayfabe hurt. So if if he's not going to be back on time, then Rhino's got to cash in on that opportunity for a singles title, unless you want team up with Jake something, you can still go to the tag titles. But then again, Impact Wrestling's not going to give the titles of Good Brothers though. So either if Rhino wastes it on that spot, and introduces Jake something to be his tag partner against the Good Brothers later on down the line, it's not gonna be worth. It's gonna be worth for nothing because Rhino is expecting to be partner with Heath, and yeah, it's a terrible mess, folks. Yeah, obviously, but it's the nature of the business, obviously, and that's life, Um, Knockouts champion, the Emperor also tries to convince Scott Moy that Kimberly and Susan, excuse me, deserve a Knockout Tag Team title match. And I say to myself, no, they don't. Susan sucks. But Scott Moy decides that since Jazz pinned Susan at No Surrender, Susan and Kimberly will face Jazz and Jordan Grace the next Impact Wrestling show, and the winner will get a shot. So there you go. Jazz and Jordan Grace better win. That's all I gotta say from there. Main event time: Moose versus Tommy Dreamer in an old school rules match. It was better than I thought. It was actually a better match than No Surrender's main event match between Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer for the Impact World Title. I'll say that. Maybe if this would have been the old school rules match between Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer at No Surrender, maybe it would have been a better match than what we got from No Surrender. Because I was not a fan of that match either. Either way, I was not a fan of that match between Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann. They could have done something better with that, but they didn't. And it's unfortunate that I had to sit through a match that D'Lo Brown was going nuts for that shouldn't be going nuts for in the first place. But this match between Moose and Time Dreamer, like I said, it was better than I thought. Obviously, there was some weapons involved, steel chairs, trash cans. I think there was involved, steel guardrails. Not much to say. It is what it is. We're chasing the old school rules match, and in the end, Moose gets the win with the lateral spear. And after the match was over, Moose stands over Time Dreamer, and the show goes off the air. No beat down after that. No using a steel chair. No using anything, whatever, to beat up on Time Dreamer to make him look like he's beaten, battered, victimized, and destroyed. Because Time Dreamer's gonna be gone for a little bit. He'll be back. He'll be back whenever. But at the same time, they could have done something better with this whole thing because Moose, he could destroy Time Dreamer. That way, when Rich Swann comes back, he's seeking for revenge, not only for what he did to him, to Rich Swann, but also what he did to Time Dreamer. When Time Dreamer started to fight for his honor. So what happened here is that Moose, beat Time Dreamer in this old school rules match, and this match was not really that devastating either way. You think a match like this will have Time Dreamer be beaten badly in this match, but no. It was not. It's not. It was not like it was a this type of match where Terminator was bloodied up or anything. He was not really bleeding in this match. Moose just beats him, you know, and then nothing happened after that. The show was over after that. So what was the point of this? We knew, yeah, we all know Terminator was gonna be gone. Was gonna be gone after this. He's gonna be gone for a while, for a little bit. For God knows how long he's gonna be gone, and whatever else he's gonna be doing. But what the fuck was the point of this match? To begin with, old school rules. And then it happens, but nothing badly happened. Nothing brutally happened in this match. Even after the match, nothing happened with that either. With Moose staying tall over him, and that was it. Do give us something, make him bleed, destroy him, do something. But none of that. I didn't get it. I don't get it. They could have done something to really get Time Dreamer out of there, but they chose not to. Big mistake. 6 matches we're talking about for that edition of February 16th, 2021 of Impact Wrestling. And my overall rating for the show, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Still a good show though. But some things that were questionable. Not a lot of things happen on the show here, pertains to all the fallout of No Surrender, no Decay, no Chris Bay, no people that were supposed to be here. But hey, but there was some stuff that was enough to follow up what they did here. Hey, and there was also no not the champions here either. Kier Hogan and Tasha Steelz, Fire and Flavor, they were not even there either. Or whatever. But with that being said, folks, thank you for watching. If this is the first time you're experiencing yours truly, like your born brother right here on YouTube, please, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for your for your own good, or it is to actually I don't know what I was gonna say there, folks. I'm in the loss of words now. But basically notification bell to see more of my future contents, especially your favorites and mine, taking out the trash series. So you make sure you hit that like button or dislike button to show your appreciation, your encouragement, your motivation, your everything that you can, for spending your time by watching yours truly right here on YouTube, as I try to give you the absolute best content with the Orange Cassidy thumbs up I could possibly give you, and no more, no less. So you'll stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world. Wear your mask. I don't say as much, but I should say this right now too. Make sure you hand sanitize your hands and wear gloves. Works to outside activities. Works to the condition that we're in. The whole COVID-19 thing. And you be sure to love one another. God bless one another. And in peace and harmony for us all. For I am out here. Ta-ta for now. For again, it's Natural Born Thriller saying peace on the streets. Y'all take care.